Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. The words that I speak to you today are the words for you to know one thing, which is you are never where you think you are with this thinking mind. I know that many of you would like to believe that you are in a physical body, having a conversation over electronical devices where you are talking one to the other, seeing images of what one is doing, listening to voices. This is part of the perpetuation of the illusion, beloveds. And there is one thing that is actually occurring. And what is occurring is that you are in the realms of what you have considered to be heaven. You are existing as an energy that is an expansion of light. In order for the light to measure itself, in order for the light to truly come to understand its nature, it needed a contrast. And the contrast to light is the aspect of light that it is not, which shows up as shadow, shows up as darkness. There are many of you who have feared what is darkness, feared what is the shadow. Beloveds, understand that the solution of 1 + 1 = 2, the solution of the mathematical formula of 1 + 1 = 2, is how you unwind and unmake what you have considered to be the illusion. Listen well, beloveds. The mathematical formula of 1 + 1 = 2 is the context and the formula for duality. The two joined together become the one that is the whole of the sonship, the daughtership, the mothership, the fathership, the brothership, the sistership. When you allow the full cognition and understanding of what it is to be two, therein lies the understanding of what it is to be one. Your minds may say, this is too simple, or your minds may say, this does not make sense. Beloved, we ask you to listen to this, not with the mind, but with the heart. We ask you to listen to this from the place that is so obscure to you, the place beyond where you believe that you need to go to a market and shop for food in order to eat. This is the place where you could live simply upon the breath, simply upon understanding how the forces of manifestation have come into this reality through the formula of 1 + 1 = 2. When you have allowed yourself to fully understand, to fully grasp, to fully recognize the power of 1 + 1 = 2, you have allowed yourself to dismantle this universe. Any questions? It is divinely simple. It is something that you were taught when you were so young, and yet you did not quite understand the parable. You did not quite understand the allegory. You did not quite understand what it is for 1 and 1 to become 2. When you allow yourself to be so loved, when you allow yourself to be so seen, so recognized, when you are willing to come out of hiding, this formula of 1 + 1 = 2 becomes the simplest, most brilliant description of what it is to be light. It is like having a ice cream cone that has chocolate and vanilla swirled together. You are that light. You are that shadow. When you marry the two together, you become all that ever is and all that ever was. What I was able to do, what I learned, and that I was able to excel at was an embracing and a loving of all. There was nothing that was beyond my capacity and my ability to love. There was no circumstance, there was no being, there was no situation that I was not able to love. That continues. Beloved's the recognition of all being our sole responsibility, the recognition and the understanding of what it is to be the way that I was created. In that moment, I was awestruck, I was thunderstruck to understand that this entire creation has been mine, of saying, let me take one, add another, and make it yet another third embodiment of self in conjunction with the energy and the understanding of creation. Manifestation, beloveds, is merely where it is that I say that I have not existed and then bringing myself to that point of existence. Manifestation is a place of moving out of denial of self and recognizing the existence of Source. When you look up into the sky and you see the countless stars and the galaxies, and you have telescopes that become strong enough to pierce yet the next veil of darkness, you find even more light. You find even more worlds. You find more of soul self. So continue on this journey, beloved ones, of love and of light. The end result is that all you will ever do is come to find yourself cradled in the arms of love, for that is the very truth of you. Look upon any object, look upon a crystal, and you will see yourself reflected within. Blessings to you, my brilliant mathematicians. I love you, and indeed, I will speak with you